I used to judge myself with that. I used to compare myself with other people because they talking about, I see all this, I can see all these colors and stuff. And then what caused me to do is that I would, when I was feeling, I would block it. It's because I expected to see it.
Yes.
So now I don't have any expectation in whatever happens. And that's when I go deep, because then I can just feel, and it's really amazing. Really
Yeah.
amazing. So I wanted to say that too. So make sure that you're not blocking your stuff, boo, because you're trying to listen or be a carbon copy of someone else. Magnificent, and all that you just said, I've experienced all of that this morning. Just being on fire, be like, okay, so you're gonna try to mess up my day? No, I have authority over my day. So I'm gonna do this, 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 and this, and this. And so yes. So to answer your question, I am amazing. I am extraordinary. I am on fire. Okay, watch out. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. It's level up time. Level up. Level up. Right?
We're leveling up. We definitely are.
And it used to be scary to me, honestly, to level up. That was in the days where I didn't realize that I truly had control. I didn't know my authority. I didn't know my power. Yeah, I didn't know my power. But now, no, I know my power. And regardless of what happens, I choose bliss. I choose to learn that lesson. Whatever needs to be learned during that point, shoot, I'm learning it, boo, and I'm keeping it moving. Keeping it moving.
Keeping it moving.
Yes, yes, yes. So I am so excited to be here with everybody. And like the moon goddess said, so awesome sauceum. Make sure you put your hashtags in. Hello. So hashtag live, hashtag replay. Also let us know where you at. Where you at? Where you at? And what questions y'all got for us today? Let's jump into it, boo. What questions y'all got for us? I mean, because of course there's some stuff that y'all don't know about us, but you gotta ask us. We ain't just gonna tell you. You gotta ask.
Drop it in the comment. Drop it like it's hot.
Right? Because it is hot. It's hot. It is definitely hot. Let me see. Okay, so I just tagged this because I gotta make sure it comes on your page and Angela's page. And of course, there's some people. Hey, Misty. Misty is with us. Hey, beautiful queen.
Hey, beautiful queen. Something that my neighbor asked me today, because I've been keeping her posted on all the things that have been going on in my house, and my phone died. So I'm in the middle of meditation, and I get a message from Tink, and I was like, okay, this is the message. I gotta go attend. I mean, angels, here I come. Boom. And, we were having a beautiful conversation about all the shifts and all the upgrades and all the beautiful things that we got going on in the back end of our lives and all the worlds that we're in. And we were almost finished. She was about to say, I know you got to go to Feminineflame, and boom, my phone died. And I was like, oh, okay, this is another way of my angel speaking to me and saying, boo, we got to go attend something else before we go there. So I go outside, and my neighbor's outside taking out her groceries and stuff. And I go tell her, I say, first of all, we need to talk, the three of us, because there's actually three of us here that we always used to get together, but we went on our separate path for a while. And, last night I was able to speak to Nancy. It is, love you so much. I was speaking to her last night, and she's like, well, I knew what was going on. I knew you were working on some stuff. So I kind of just stay in my corner here say hi from a distance, and kept it moving, just like you kept it moving. And I was like, oh, it was like so many stuff was coming through when she was saying that. And I was like, oh, that's what that was. She said, well, I did see it, but I was going to let you see it for yourself because I didn't want to, the good thing about having good friends and good sisters and brothers is that they allow you to see the lessons, right? They allow you to see it. And because if somebody tells you, oh, yeah, that person is this, that person is that, you're going to take their perception of what that person is, not the true perception of what this person really, really, truly is, the core. Right? So she was like, oh yeah, no, I let you be, girl. I let you be. So last night we were having like a deep conversation about so many things. I was like, girl, you remember when was the first time she was the first person I ever read a card to, by the way. Yes. So when I first received my cards, I was crying, emotional, talking to Michael, like, what? Oh my God. Like, so she was like, oh my God, you remember? So I said to her, I was like, you remember when I first read you, the first card and stuff? She's like, yes. I was like, girl, I've been reading cards all day now. She said, what? So, speaking to her and then speaking to my other neighbor this morning about us getting together and about us, doing things and about us, really, harnessing this now, because now I really got a handle of it, of what it is. Because last year I got a handle of it, but I also had commands from my guides that I needed to go find different things. And yeah, so it was amazing. So it brought me into the perspective of like, you see how you went on your path, they went on their path, they did their thing, and now you're gonna come together and and she was like, we were all, and then I said, yeah, we're all going through a lot of things. I said, right now, last night I spent 8 hours of my day with my daughter in the hospital, and that was a lesson as well. So hey, we do what we do, right? We do what we do and continue to walking. When you stop walking, that's when things get rough. Because then you allow those energies to take control of you. Yes. And you don't continue to move forward.
Yes. Wow. Wow. You dropped a lot, girl, right there. You just dropped it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was I was on mute, so when you was telling your friend that I'll just be reading and pulling cards for everybody, and I say every day. That's how I be rolling every day, every moment. Bam. And I so love what you said as far as that you were in with your daughter for 8 hours, and I'm glad that she's okay. So I want to say that she was definitely on my heart and in my mind, and I was speaking to her and giving her loving and giving you loving as well too. I'm glad she's okay, and I'm really on fire for what you said, that no matter what was going on yesterday, you didn't allow it to take your vibration, to lower your vibration. You were able to keep yourself at a high vibe, and stay in your authority, stay in your presence, and with grace and compassion, because you wasn't going crazy that way, you were still loving on your daughter. You were that rock for her too. And then you covered her with your energy, that you were okay. You were okay. We're here doing this together. You are not alone, girl. I'm here with you, so I wanted to say that. Misty is dropping some awesome questions in the chat, so I'm bringing them.
So you're gonna have to read them out loud to me,
no
because
problem.
It goes crazy. But before we go there on the questions, I want to say that I felt all the love and the support that I got from my beautiful communities, brothers and sisters, that I received all the prayers, I received all your energy healing. I was definitely protected. I was definitely in an energy ball that I did not get any of it. Like, I kept going outside to reset my energy, just for the breathing, because it was a lot. There was so many people, so many stuff coming through. So I definitely did not feel that. my energy was not punctured. At no moment in the day that I felt like I needed to like put a gas, like a mask on me, you know, like an energy mask on me, because I continued to just go to nature, reset with natural nature, come back inside the where we were in the waiting area for a long time. We were in the waiting area for 4 hours, and it was many people coming in and out of the hospital. And I just grabbed some crayons and some I went to, because we were in the little kids, and my daughter's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm in color. I just sat there and color and breathe and color and breathe, and I brought a book. I was reading in between, and I was like, no. Then a little kid almost spread, like a little kid and the mom, and I was like, no, not my child. Breathing.
Right.
I was like, I know the angel's got it. He's not gonna get hurt. He's good. They're good? Okay, they're good. So I definitely felt that from everybody that sent me energy, everybody that sent me love and support in this time of shifts that are going on in my house, because I know that a lot of you guys know, and if you don't know, you still send me good love and good vibes, so I'm definitely feeling it.
The beautiful thing I love about what you just said was that you were able to be that thermostat there. You know, because you weren't only being the thermostat for you, but for others. I mean, they got to see your energy, and it did not impact you. You were saying, literally, I color and paint my reality. And although I'm in this place to where the energy is here, especially a hospital, the vibration is low there because of the sickness, because of the different entities that are walking the halls and doing things. But she was like, bunk that, boo. I am on fire. I am the moon goddess, and I'm going to color. Okay? And I'm all good, and I'm the temperature. I'm the thermostat in this joint. So you can't come in my bubble. I'm going to repel all this crazy this negative stuff. And then I'm pretty sure that the fact you were the thermostat, your beautiful moon rays was oozing all out on the people and loving them and saying, oh, you're gonna be all right, boo. It's okay. He in surgery, but you all right. He all right. You okay? You know, I love that.
See, at one point, the doctor that got to see me, she couldn't tell if I was the mom of the child or the child. She came out. I went to the bathroom, and I came, and she's like, "Oh, I'll be with you in a second." She comes inside of the thing. She's like, "Oh, so you're the mom?" Wow, you look good to be having your daughter like that, like her age. She was like, wow. I was like, yeah. And then I stood quiet because I was told to stay quiet. And then they took me to when they were doing a CAT scan on her. And the guy put on like a vest, and I went into the corner, and I was like, and I went straight up into meditation mode, waiting for all that to happen, covering and protecting. And then the guy was tapping, and he's like, ma'am, it's already done. And I was like, oh, that was fast. He looked at me like this.
You was in another dimension, boo. He wasn't ready. He was like, okay.
I'm back.
Right, I was chilling with dragons and fairies and stuff. I was
they
a
had
mermaid.
A portal up in there. The actual machine was the portal. So I was like, oh, okay, this is all portal hop. All
Right,
right, boop.
boom. Wow, they weren't ready for you. That's so amazing. That was so amazing. All right.
Let's
Queen,
get into the questions.
yeah, I'm gonna read Misty's question. Let me see. Misty said, when you are journaling and working on manifesting, do you write the same thing more than once?
So I go by day. I set my intentions by day. And actually something amazing that is sparking up that I wanted to share, but you know how it is. So thank you. So Master put in a video yesterday of the 21 days, the things that you should be doing for your morning practices. And that was one of my practices. And I was like, oh, here you go, Master, putting into words for us. So if you having a hard time, setting intentions, I set intentions per day as they come, and I go into my day, and I don't write over and over and over and over the same thing over and over and over. If you're rewiring your brain and you need to rewire the thoughts of like, because the thing is that then you're convincing yourself that this is gonna happen. So you have to have bold intention that you set it and you're gonna go. You set it and you're gonna go. So per day, we're doing it per day so that we can harness in the energy for the day. Because if you keep doing it over and over and over, it is amazing to do it, and it's amazing as a startup to get to start your journaling experiences. It's so that you can get the feel of what it is that you're journaling or how to journal. But once you become like a person that you're already conscious and you're already doing the work and you're already doing all the beautiful things, set it and forget it. For me, it's set it and burn it. I love to set it and burn it. D, how about you, Queen?
I love what you just said, Boo, about setting it and burning it. And I've personally found that the reason why I used to write stuff over and over again is because I didn't believe it was going to happen. I did not have that trust and believe in myself in addition to my relationship with my invisible family. I wasn't there yet. So now, no, I don't write it multiple times anymore. Actually, I don't write it out, honestly, that much at all.
Yeah.
I usually I speak it. Because right now my leveling up for me, guys, is that I am speaking my truth. So I speak it out, and then in multiple places in the house or in the shower, and I'm getting to the point also too that I don't focus on my manifestations. I've been talking and tapping into my future self and saying, what's going to happen in 5 years, boo. Let me know. Guide my steps today so I can get there. Because we a billionaire in 5 years, boo. So let's go ahead and let's co-create together. Right, let's do this together and let's do this thing. So I am in a mindset of that I'm not here by myself. I'm with all of my invisible family members, including my tree because I was loving on her the other day. I love you, boo. So I've switched and changed things, but honestly, that's my evolution. That was my growth, because this manifesting thing, although we've been manifesting at all times, but I just wasn't truly aware of it, and I really needed to get to knowing that my love for myself and acceptance, and then that I'm worthy, and then know that I'm worthy to hang out with them and how much they love me as well too.
Oh yeah. So the guys are saying this is another 2-part question. This is a multiple part question, because depending on the level of your growth, that is the level of your writing or your scripting. Because at the beginning, you might need to do that, so that, like I said from the beginning, and stuff like that.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, please, because I want to wait really fast.
It's okay. Misty said, I set my intentions, but I go into great detail, and I don't know if I need to keep going into so much detail. Then she said, I thought that if I write it over and over, it gives it more energy.
Go into detail as much as possible and then break it down into parts. That's what I'm hearing. So like, go into detail, like this is your manifestation plan. Ooh, map it out. Whatever comes through, flowing, like make it go like, all right, whatever the energy is flowing through you, allow it, write it out, and then go back to it and say, okay, so this is the plan that my highest self wants to give me. Like Dee was saying, this is the ultimate plan you're getting. Ultimate plan. Okay, so let's break it down. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing all of this. What are the baby steps that I need to do out of this plan to make it happen? And then you go ahead and you do, okay, so I'm supposed to own a $1 million house. How do I own a $1 million house? Let's do the baby steps of that, and then do it that way. So yeah, that's what's coming through. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, because if I put my input in, it's gonna get messed up.
What did the guys say about writing it over and over again? Giving it energy.
Yes. They're saying yes, it's important if you are rewiring, and if you need to find the self-worth and the self-love and the connection that you need with your fam, with your true, and all of this stuff that is going on in the universe.
Awesome. Ange, what about you? Do I need to repeat the initial question for you, Ange?
Okay.
Yeah, she's here. She's here.
I can't see her. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I probably scrolled to the left. You're on your phone, right, Jessie? Yeah, swipe to the left and you'll be able to see gallery, either left or right. You'll be able to see all three of us.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I was like, what? She's here. Get it.
I mean, you all have some amazing shares on that. I think I got the gist, but I would love to hear the question.
Okay. Misty asks, when you are journaling and working on manifesting, do you write the same thing more than once? That was the initial question.
All right. I do. All depends on why I'm writing. When it's for a specific manifestation and that I'm striving to bring about, I do write. I follow the 3-6-9 rule from Tesla when I have something in play like that. But that's the only time. I can say that's the only time that I actually follow writing it over and over again each day, and that's to bear it in mind and make it become a part of my mental. You know, I'm living in that truth each day. And it's very small. It's one idea, and you have to do it write it within 17 seconds. And in the morning you write it 3, in the afternoon you write it 6 times, and in the evening you write it the 9 times. So that's a 3-6-9. But the line itself has to only last as long as 17 seconds. So it's not a big script, but that is the only time I'm writing it over again for what Jessie was speaking about. Bearing it in mind in that way. But all my other scripting, I script it once, but I read it to myself at different points in time to remind myself. So it becomes, I script it and it becomes an affirmation. Like I go back over my books. I have, and in about a 2-month span, I'll have like maybe 4 books full, and I have to go get some more. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. It's amazing to first to get to know everyone and to see you. This helps us see each other, and it's really beautiful. And I'm glad that we're having these. We need to have more of these where they can ask us questions and we can answer. Wow.
And no matter where I go, I always keep a book. So you can grab it, write something that may come to you, or get resourceful and use some napkins if you're in a restaurant.
Okay.
Was there another question? Did I freeze?
No, you're there. I was looking to see if there was any more questions.
Queen, you know what? Something that my friend asked me today. She was like, hey, you know, I've noticed that you've been manifesting different things. And by the way, when I started this conversation a year ago, I was called crazy, right? So today, to her say that to me, I was like, oh, do you want the long story or the short story? And then she's like, no. She's like, well, I gotta go bring the kids, and I was like, you know, long story short, I speak to God. I speak to my angels. I actually so yesterday, one of the big things that one of the lessons that my daughter learned was that the process wasn't moving, right? The process was moving, and I was like, okay. She went to the bathroom, the doctor went to the bathroom, and I was like, all right, guys, well, you know, so we came here because we got to do this thing, and, you know, and I went into like speaking mode, into prayer, speaking, and so is it happening? What's going on? Let's do, let's check, like a check mode, because they asked me to be 100% present with my family, 100% present. I don't need you to get distracted. Nothing needs to distract you at this moment. Nothing. To the point where I was like in a corner on one side, and I do not need any distraction. So hearing it from like that perspective of like, please do not get distracted, because I am notorious for getting distracted. So they were like, please, today is not the day. I need you to be 100% there with your child. Please. So I was like, okay, like, all right. Like, I received that information when I went to the park. After dropping off so for her to go to her family, I received that information from my guides. I went into the park, and I was like, wait, this tree has been here all this time? They were like, yes, it has. So let's have a seat. Let's enjoy the show. Let's enjoy the show, Patricia. Let's come over here. So they speaking to me and saying, like, giving me a plan of everything and saying this and that and that. It's family time. This is why we shifted the energy of what's happening in the house. We shifted all of the energies. You requested this the night before. So I went out for a walk by myself, and I stood in the back with my ancestors, and I asked for a deeper meaning and a deeper understanding of what was going on. And I got a deeper meaning and a deeper understanding of what was going on. And I said, can we shift it together? Please have some mercy, and let's do this. So when I was in the room, I went back into, all right, guys, it is this time where we have everybody up in here. Let's do this conversation before my daughter comes back and before the doctor comes back. Can we talk? All right, so everything. And then they came back into the room. 3 minutes later, the doctor comes, the nurse comes, everything just starts. She's like, oh, we just want to get things done for you because we want to make sure that all of these things, and all of this happened. And my daughter's like, what's going on? I said, well, I wanted to talk to my angels because I needed to find deeper guidance of what was going on. We needed to understand. And Mama don't go nowhere by herself anymore. Nowhere. You might think that she's here alone, girl, but she is not. So yeah, so I had to go there before we get any more questions or anything else, because, this is how we do.
I'm loving it. I'm like, Jesse's rolling like 30 or 50 deep. I mean, they don't see him, but she's like, what? It's it's like a clown car. In the clown car, it's like, what? Okay, how did them like 50 people come out that car? That's how Jesse be rolling. They are not ready. That is amazing. I love that. I put it in the chat. Affirm. I don't go nowhere by myself. Bam.
Nowhere.
No.
I allow that energy to come through so I can learn the lessons, boo. That is it. Other than that, it is zip hide.
Right. I mean, and then it just gives us such an edge or advantage. And then you're not alone. You know, you could be someplace and you actually are physically, meaning another meat suit's not there, or there are, but there's other ones there that are not there for you. They're not on your team. They're not on Team Jesse or Team Angela or Team D. So you have to have them with you because they're on your team. They love you unconditionally. They're with you. They see everything. They saw you in the shower. The other day, I was chilling on the couch, which are with some cushions, but I call it my couch. Okay, out on the couch, and I was looking around. I was like, "Wow, I can see y'all," and I could not see them with my earthly eyes, and actually, honestly, not with my first eye. I'm like Angela when it comes to feeling. I feel them. I felt them. And wait, and even wait, let me get to getting on that. I used to judge myself with that. I used to compare myself with other people because they talking about I see all this, I can see all these colors and stuff. And then what caused me to do is that I would, when I was feeling, I would block it. It's because I expected to see it.
Yes.
So now I don't have any expectation in whatever happens, and that's when I go deep because then I can just feel, and it's really amazing. Really
Yeah.
amazing. So I wanted to say that too. So make sure that you're not blocking your stuff, boo, because you're trying to listen or be a carbon copy of someone else. You're not their clone. You're not their clone. You are you. There's only one you. Accept who you are and do you, and just get into it. Hey, Luna, I saw that.
I love that, D. Oh my God. That's deep. That's real deep. That's deep. Wow.
It took me a long time to get there. It really did. It really did. But I feel that this is part of me being the sun goddess.
Yeah.
You
This
know.
is part of listening, the listening part. Sermon of listening. When we're sent on a journey for ourselves to take care of ourselves. Something that I was told 2 days ago, because I randomly take showers and baths, and I spoke about this before in the show, and if this is your first time hearing about it, welcome. Welcome to the shower talk. Welcome to the shower talk. So a while back, I asked why was it so important for me to take showers and to take so many showers and then a beautiful being came and said, we're shifting and reshifting the energies of water, because if we go to bed dirty, that is the energy that we bring into the bed. If we go to our neighbors dirty, that is what we're bringing to their house, is dirty. And if you are collecting dirty all day, that's what's going to manifest. That's what it's going to bring out. If you don't take care of you and all of the things that you need to take care of, you're going to manifest that into your life and other people that when you come in contact with them. Because your energy is that energy. And I was like, oh wow. So coming to the beginning of like, manifesting and journaling and all of this stuff, sometimes it takes a shower, sometimes it takes a walk, sometimes it takes, not because if you're lying to yourself, or if you think that you're lying to the universe or to your guides or to your spiritual team, you're definitely are lying to yourself, because they can see you. They can see the essence of you. They can see the spirit of you. They can see the energy of you. So that's why when the Sunday when you say, oh, I wasn't there, I was like, well, he's not seeing that, but he is seeing your energy, your spirit. That is what he's seeing. So that is what I'm talking about. So I was like, oh, beautiful. Okay, all right. Who's saying that over there in that corner, whispering it into my ears like very nicely? So how are you going to come and tell me in my own house, in my own body, to take a shower when you're not taking a freaking shower, or when your house is not okay? You know what I mean? So that's what they were putting it into together, into like perspective for me, into like those kind of conversations, those deeper conversations, into like why I, because I don't. So recently I started asking why. Prior to this, I would just go and do. And all right, I gotta get to point B. I went to point B. What do I gotta? So recently, I've asked, with all the shifts that happened in 11/11, I've gotten way deeper into the whys, because I went into a different portal. So I was like, I'm hopping into different portals. I need to know the whys of these things, because I walk into this magical places every single day, and I get all these magical points and of what I'm sitting at, and the whys. And then, well, you're woke up a very powerful being. So I was like, oh, okay, oh, that's what's happening right now. So yeah. To share that for a little bit, because I was like pouring into it. So do we have any more questions, Queens, or do you want to break down something else into what's going on?
Okay, Misty asked this question. I asked her to confirm something, but I'm still going to read it. She said, have you queens work on rewriting the narrative? Then she said Maurice positive, which I'm not sure what that means. And then she said, and if so, how did that work out for you? How did you feel physically after doing that?
I am not familiar with the I'm not familiar with the I'm not familiar with the scripting technique.
Okay, so that's what it was. I'm assuming Maurice is actually a real person and he has a rewriting it. I'm not sure of it either. Angela, do you know?
No, I'm not sure of that either.
Okay. So Misty, okay, she put it in there. She said memories. Okay, so not Maurice.
Oh.
Okay, so I will reread it so it can make sense. Thank you, Missy, for clarifying. She said, have you, queens, worked on rewriting the narrative memories positive?
Oh, yes.
And if so, did that work out for you? And also, how did you feel physically after doing that?
So I have. I used two tools that helped me with that. The tool was what I spoke before about Dr. Spinanza's work, that using binaural beats, and do the work during the nighttime, because I am a very powerful see it in person type of deal, visualizing it and walking into portals and not being afraid of them. I'm super comfortable with that. Like, it's to the point where I'm just like, oh, that is happening right now. All right. So in dream state, I do have powerful moments, but I don't have like these oh my god moments where like, oh my god, I walked into this place and I walked into that place and I opened this portal and I opened that portal, because I physically do that when I'm awake. I can physically see, oh, that's what that person is doing. Oh, okay, oh, got it. Oh, because I listen to my guides and what they're speaking. So, but before all of this happened, I use Dr. Spinanza's work. So so that I don't physically feel it when I'm awake, the pain and the torture and the grinding of the shadows are coming out, because that comes out no matter what. And then being able to recognize it in the physical form, oh, that's what's happening. Ooh, okay. Oh, damn, that's the lesson I needed to learn. Ooh, but if you're not there where everything's coming through and you're like, okay, well, that crap is coming out, and it's more of okay, so what they're saying right now is that you're doing all of the work that you could possibly do, and you're putting it in, you're putting all the work in, you're getting anxious on the process, and you're getting anxious on when is this going to happen, how is this going to happen, when you shouldn't be focused on the when and the whys and the who, because you're already doing the work. It's basically you're doing the setting of the intentions, and because you're focusing on the ways, the whens and the whys and the when, it's a block in there because you're thinking about it, of all of that stuff. So if so just allow it to be set. Go for a walk, dance, do some yoga, speak to your friends, draw. Don't entertain the energies that are coming through that are not of the highest of what you're setting, because you know that plan was given to you by your highest self. So don't question the plan, because the plan is what it is. But if you continue to think of the energies that are coming through that are not from this plan, you're going to continue to have those blockages. That's what's coming. I hope that helped.
That was so amazing. That was my realization the other day. When I was saying that, or I guess I'll say it this way. I finally was able to hear that from my spiritual team, that everything that I want and desire lies in me speaking my truth. So I stopped saying, I want a house, it has to be blue and this color, da, 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 da. It wasn't about that. What my current lesson and catalyst is for me to rise up and speak my truth. And of course, everything else will be there, because I will be different. I won't be the same person. So I stopped, I had to realize what they just shared through you, Jessie, that it wasn't because I was doubting, and then I kept saying it, and then I was like, it has to be this way, and then again, and I wasn't at the point to where I would cross the line between knowing that it was something that they were saying to me, or that it was my ego, or if it was my conditioning, or if it was my doubt. So that's why I was like, you know what? Nope. You know what I want. Done. I'm gonna work on me. What? That's what I meant, what?
Yeah, because you gotta align your vibration to that. And if you're still in the low vibration and that is what needs to come out, then it's not gonna happen. That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
That's wonderful. I mean, just listening to you both about it. I had a conversation this morning. It was very quiet, and they just said, you already know, from like what Jessie just said, you already know. And all they want me to do is to acknowledge, recognize, remember myself, and stay a part of the conversation. And they said, watch, we're going to follow the breadcrumbs, it said. And I paid attention this morning. I had to leave out my house at around 5:30. And each step that I had to take, they actually gave me a small note, like a little, like, what do you call those little Post-it notes in my head? All right, do this next and watch this. So I got off the bus, and I was asking my brother, how much money do I need for this? And he told me offhand, so I had money here, all separated so I could put it in there. And when I got to the train station, no one was in the booth to give money to, because it's really early in the morning. So the officer said, go through with him. Norman went through, and the gates were already open. He said, no, go ahead, sister. That's what he said. Go ahead, sister. Go through with him. And I went through with him. Thank you. Then I said, praise Allah. Then I was walking down the steps, going down the steps, and Norman was telling me what I had to do next. I said, yeah, that's why they told me to go through, because this money is not for here. It's for the next thing to go through. And I held it in my hand and kept it. Then I got out from that point, went to the next one. I had put the finance in, and then they had given me some more. And they said, now you're going to do this. They told me where to walk and then what to do next. And Norman was asking me, what are you going to do? And I said, I'll find out. It was almost like I wanted to say, I'll find out when I get there. So I just trust, I'll find out when I get there. And it did. It just followed every step. Now do this next, walk here. And every time someone had said something to me or introduced something to me, I was just supposed to go, all right, and do it. And the conversation was really smooth all the way till when I got to my mother's house. So I have to do that more and continue and practice that more and stay in my power that way. So, and it comes from both what you and Jesse were just speaking about. You know, don't consider the when and what and why and all that. You already have it. You already have it within. Now just accept it and listen to it and follow it. Follow the breadcrumbs. That's what it keeps saying. Follow the breadcrumbs. We've been talking to you all along. You just haven't been listening. Or listening well. Listening well.
Girl, I was stepping over him. I was pushing him out the way. I was making him into a breadcrumb now. He's a tostada. You know, I was doing all kind of stuff. Now it's a cup of tea. No, boo, put it down. Look at it and then do. Listen and do. I got it now, y'all. I got it now.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. We want to remind you that we are in the gates of consistency. We are harnessing the energy of the sun. This morning when I went into meditation with Queen Nicole, that was amazing. At one point I took myself out of the camera just to go and chill with the sun over there, and just to have my connection with him. And then he was like, oh, you should put yourself on camera again. And I came out of there, I can see what was going on here, but I definitely could see, you know, like I can't see, but I could see. And I was like, oh God, this is happening, it's twirling. And then I brought all that energy with me to the Zoom call, brought all that energy with me to Feminine Flame. You know, this is the headquarters of all the amazing sauce that we're going to be working together for all the collaborations that are coming through for us and all the people that are going to be collaborating with us from this point forward. We will be looking into scheduling and bringing back beautiful people. We're just settling the energies that we are putting together for all of you, so that you guys have straight up authenticity. No energies that are not supposed to be up in here walk up in here, because that is not allowed anymore. So we're going to continue to do that for you. Beautiful questions today, beautiful questions, because with those questions that spark up a different dimension in your consciousness, so that you can level up, because that is what we're here, what we tend to do. We need to continue to stay prepared for 2022, and we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna push you to do what you need to do, even if you don't want to, even if you think it's uncomfortable, even if you said yes, if you gave me a sacred yes, boo, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, because I asked my spiritual team to consult with your spiritual team, so you can get what you need to get. So I am not working alone here. This is a sacred move that I invited my team and your team. If you said yes, if you put yes in the chat at any point of these lives, guess what? Your guys are working to reshift your current positions that you are right now. And you're co-creating, whether you're co-creating at the level that you need to for chaos, or you're co-creating on something beautiful that is going to bring you amazing sauce and something beautiful to come along. It is your choice. It is your choice of will. You are in the driver's seat of your life. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card, an angel card for us, so that we can see what the angels and the beautiful, oh, look at that. You know, she only is here as a vessel. We do the work. And this is the portal of the universe, opening up the sun, like she spoke to very earlier on. Mother, Father, God, what we bring into the table, what we bring into nature, what we do, the mountains. We're moving and shifting mountains for you to get that plan, for you to get that manifestation, whatever it is that is to you. Whether that is, that's why you are in control. That's why you are in control. And we are just here as your guides, as your spiritual team, to do what we do for the planet, for the evolution of everything, of mankind, not just for mankind, but for other beings and that decided to stay in this beautiful planet, to uplift it and to show what humanity can bring to the table, not just today, not just tomorrow, but in time. This is wisdom that has been here for a really, really, really long time. Whether it is accepted or not, it is something we have set up when we created these dimensions and these beautiful places. And the book, that's what it was channeled through. And we will read the book now, just to give you more insight on what this beautiful being channeled when it came through. So Jesse channeled that for you, but we're going to see what Kyle channeled for us. You are connected to the power of creation at this time. Your spiritual parents is involving you in their incredible love and filling you with divine energy and inspiration to help you move forward. This card is a message directly from the heart of God. It is telling you that you are significant and precious. You are loved beyond measure. The creator power is proud of you. You are being encouraged to have faith and know that anything is possible for you. No matter what you may be doing, you might be going through, you're always connected to the source of creation. You're always guided in this, encouraging you to remember this now. You're amazing. You are connected to that beautiful source of energy. This card is one of the healing cards for the wholesomeness of this creation in mankind. Whatever stories you might have heard about God being judgmental must be washed away. Divine energy could never hold a grudge against you. Never, never, ever, ever. So if somebody told you, oh, God is holding this against me because this is happening because God is mad at me. Oh my God, no. Goddess wants to uplift you, boo. That's what God wants to do. Because God sees that you need to be out of that shit. Because you are not of that shit. You are meant to be amazing and smell the roses and the flowers, whether you are in that tone. But we want you to go through that so that you can smell it, so that you can know that you are not meant to be there. Because the source that created all this beautifulness of all the planets doesn't want that for you. Wants you to come out and be like, whoa, yeah, that just happened. I wasn't supposed to be there. So let me not go back there or even try to go there. And if some energies are coming from that, you're like, no, because God doesn't want to send me that. That is not mine. All right, you know what? I'm going to vibe with you from a distance. or I'm allowing you to come into my premises, but no, that's not it. That is not it. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here a week, we'll be here a month or year. You do what you do, drop the questions in the comment, we will answer them, we will channel them for you, and we will bring in the force that comes through at any moment. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, spiritual team guides and ancestors, for always bringing in the flavor, for always bringing in the energy of upliftment. And those were my last words for today.
Angela, you have any last words, Queen?
Yes, it's hard to push this unmute button on the phone. So I'm doing all this, and I finally got it. Yes, I'm sending everybody positive energy today, and light to them, so that they'll be able to continue to carry out, you know, the intentions that they set. Not just for this morning, but once you've already told yourself that you may have been having a little bit trouble, all right, it's a little difficulty or challenging, but it's a good thing, all right. The steps that you're taking is worthwhile. The steps that you're taking, just take baby steps, all right. And just remember, you got this. You got this, all right. So I'm sending a lot of positive energy and light to everyone so you can continue your journey and setting and achieving those intentions that you set for yourself, not just today, but the days prior that you all are thinking about. That's what I'm hearing right now. All right. And know that we're all doing it too, you know, and this is going to be, you're going to see in time the wisdom that you are acquiring and applying to yourself and putting into action. You're going to see it grow because wisdom increases by your action. All right. So everything you're doing is worthwhile, even when you think that it's not, even when you don't hear something in that moment. You know what I mean? That therein lies the lesson in everything that we do. And it's all good. It's all good. So keep the faith, keep smiling, look up and know that we all got your back. And we're doing it with you all the way live, you all. Love you.